And now we're going to read passage 2. And so the title of passage 2 is Congress should demand regulation of imported seafood. So our previous one was about fish farming, and the second one is Congress should demand regulations of imported seafood. Now remember, you are going to identify the main idea and key details of each paragraph. So at any time you can pause the recording and you can continue annotating, and then you can start back listening. As a way to grow trade with Asia, the U.S. Congress wants to change a number of trade laws. Some of these laws help limit the amount of fish we buy from Asia. But how much more Asian fish do we really want to buy? Asian fish farms already account for more than 60% of the crab eaten in the United States. They provide about 60% of the catfish and almost 20% of the shrimp. Getting rid of the trade laws will increase these numbers. It will also raise the amount for other types of fish. So I want you to identify the main idea and the key details of this paragraph. Underline them, write your information in the margins. Pause your computers, go ahead and identify those, and then we'll go on to paragraph 2. But there are some problems with buying more farm fish from Asia. One is that Asian fish farms do not use the same safety and health standards as we do. As we do means United States. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration keeps a watchful eye on seafood in the United States. We have laws to prevent the use of harmful chemicals in fish farming, but several Asian countries allow the use of substances that are prohibited in the United States. These substances tend to make the fish grow faster and larger, but they may not be safe for humans. Right now, U.S. inspectors only check about 2% of all seafood imports to see if they contain anything harmful. Seafood imports are foods from China, or from Asia, okay, to see if they contain anything harmful. That is simply not enough. Let's not rush to increase the amount of farm-raised fish coming from Asia. Before we do that, we should make sure that Asian fish farms use the same care and standards as farms do here in the United States. That would mean hiring more inspectors to check the fish before they are allowed into the country. But protecting ourselves and our seafoods would be worth it. So that's the end of our passage. Now we have question 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and we have 14, which is a constructed response. Okay, we have 14, which is a constructed response. Now what I want you to do, number 8, which sentence from the passage most clearly suggest a subjective point of view? Now what is a subjective point of view? We're going to go and we're going to look up subjective point of view. And we're going to research it, and we're going to see what is a subjective point of view. A point of view shot, okay, what's the difference between subjective and objective? A subjective perspective is one open to greater interpretation based on personal feelings, emotions, aesthetics, etc. So subjective point of view dictionary. And so you could look it up. You will have a computer. You will be able to look it up to see the subjective point of view. Is it A, B, C, or D? Okay, next one. This question has 2 parts. First answer part A, then answer part B. Which sentence best states one of the author's main points in this passage? What is one of the author's main points? What is it that you get from the author? And then read paragraph 2. Choose 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 sentences from the paragraph that give reason to support the author's point in part A. So if you chose A, what are the 3 evidences here that support A? If you chose B, what are the 3 evidences? Okay, number 10. What is the meaning of the word prohibited in paragraph 2? Is it banned, supported, allowed, or required? In paragraph 1, the ER in percent is pronounced like the AR in farm, the UR in turn, the ER in here, or the OR in more. So what sound does this make, and which one has a similar sound? Number 12. Which two sentences from the passage provide evidence that the United States would have a difficult time inspecting more seafood imports in the future? And you're going to choose A, B, C. Oh, it's two sentences. Which two? So you're going to pick two sentences here. Pick two here. Number 13. What about the two passages you have read? Both passages express the idea that, is it A, B, C, or D? And then number 14. What problems, this is a constructed response. So you are going to write. What problems are likely to occur if fish farming continues to grow worldwide and the United States increases its imports of farm-raised fish? Write 2 to 3 sentences to explain. Explain. Use information from both passages. Okay, so just do your constructed response there. And we're going to go ahead and stop here. You can pause it. And then we're going to go on to, when you're ready, you can go on to the next question. A student named Gina needs to research and write an opinion essay on whether her town should support the development of a wind power site to generate electricity. Answer the following questions about her research process. So she's writing an opinion paper. Okay. Which of these would be the best research question to help guide her in gathering information for her essay? Now her essay, I want to go back to her essay, is whether her town should support the development of a wind power site to generate electricity. So if her town should support a wind power site to generate electricity, which of these would be the best research question? A, how much does electricity cost if it is produced by wind power? B, how do the cost of wind power compare to the cost of solar power? C, what are the advantages and disadvantages of wind power? Or D, which country has the most advanced technology for wind power? Number 16, choose the 2 best sources for reliable information on wind power. Where are you going to go? Where are the 2 best sources? Is it going to be A? Is it going to be B, C, D, E, or F? There's 2 places that you can go for reliable, trustworthy information on wind power. Number 17, as Gina continues her research, she decides that she needs more information on whether wind power might cause physical problems for people living near a site. So will wind power cause more problems for people living near the site? Which group of keywords would be the best for her to use to find helpful information online? So if she was going to use the internet, online means the internet, like Google. Which one would she go? Would she do A, B, C, or D? And then the last thing, Gina reads the sentence in a reliable source, which she is taking notes on her research. So here's what she got from the reliable source. Wind power technology has changed greatly in the last few years. The turbines used to create electricity and the batteries to store it are much more efficient today than they were just 10 years ago. This means that the cost of electricity to power a single home using wind power for a 10-year period is about equal to the cost to power electricity using coal or oil. Which would be the best note to summarize this information? So if I wanted to write a summary, would it be A, B, C, or D? And we're going to go ahead and stop after number 18. After number 18, you will stop.